What's going on, guys? John here from John's Fishing Channel. Thanks for tuning in. Fishing with my buddy Daniel Paul today, and we are set up to do a little ice fishing up here in the great city of Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're fishing a small urban lake today. We're hoping to maybe get into some northern and some walleye, maybe a couple crappies, but we'll see what happens. We just got out here, we got our holes set up, the heater's on, the Vexlar's going, and we're gonna sit and hopefully catch a few fish. Take it. Just take it. Oh. Ooh. Come on. The master strikes again. That's what's been down there, yanking us around. We've been yanking our chain, Mr. Perch. Just a little guy. But usually, there's another one down there on the fish finder right now. More perch, or one perch means more perch. Just a little guy. He's a little too little to eat. You could eat him if you had about 100 of them, but since the limit in Minnesota is not 100, we're gonna let him go. So he was suspended at like 13 feet. Totally swam over to look at it though. That's a good sign. The fish are moving. So our preferred method of fishing today, we're using slip bobbers with full minnows, but now we're using littler jigs with just a little bit smaller minnow bait on them, and we're jigging, and the fish are actually suspended, but that fish came zooming over so fast to check out my bait that I'm just going to kind of jig around here in maybe 10-12 feet of water, see if I can get any attention and catch a fish. Oh, there's one down at the bottom now. I'll go down. That's one of the most important parts about having electronics when you're ice fishing. You can see like this happening. You know, if I didn't have the electronics and I was sitting out here without my Vexlar, I would be flying blind, and I wouldn't know that there would be fish moving around at 10-12 feet and not just at the bottom. So I think it's very important. So that fish right at the bottom, he's coming up, looking at my lure. I reeled it up about 2 feet from the bottom, and this is how I caught the last perch. Just kind of dragged it up maybe to about 8 feet. He swam all the way up to find it, and then he ate it. Here we go. Tighten up your drag a little bit. So we've been fishing and fishing and fishing, and we just got a nice little northern. Quick release there by Paul.
Yeah, nice and slimy.
Really
spit the minnow out too.
Really fun. Oh, we got our minnow back. Look at that. Little refund on top of the action.
What's that?
It's running out of gas too. It's not putting out as much heat. Oh! Missed him.
Oh, came back for more.
It's our northern friend again. Think that's the same one?
No.
It might be a little bigger.
I think it's a little smaller.
I got him though. That's a perfect hook set on our northern. He crushed that thing. That was awesome. It's fun. I mean, you always want to catch big giant fish, but it's still fun when the fish are pretty aggressive and they come through. Northern have teeth. You want to be careful. They're very slippery fish. So usually you grab right behind the gills, get your lure out, put them right back down the hole. You can keep them if you want to, but those ones are so small and I don't really particularly enjoy the taste of northern. This is the jig I'm using today. Little eyeball jig with a little eyeball on it. Just drives them wild and crazy. Stole my Vexlar.
What I do?
That's alright. I can catch fish without a Vexlar because I'm a maniac. Maniac. Bum, 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 bum. It looks a lot lighter out on camera than it is in real life. It's pretty dark out. We're gonna pack out our stuff. We're gonna head home. It's getting cold. Fish kind of stopped biting on us, but we're gonna head back and get inside and get warm. But thanks for watching, guys.